Well. Ben Roethlisberger finally complained about the play calling. Heath Miller, 6 catches in the first half, not targeted at all in the second. Not enough no-huddle either. And so I ask, how can a guy who never played, a guy who never won as a coach, be allowed to dictate chapter and verse to a quarterback with 2 Super Bowl rings and another AFC championship on top of that? Can I get a witness? Could somebody give me even one good reason? Tecmo Bull Todd has gots to go. This isn't working. 7-7, not working. If Arizona wants Todd Haley as head coach to replace Ken Wisenhunt, I volunteer to drive the sumbitch to Phoenix myself. It's the Mark Madden Show, broadcasting live from the lobby of the Hotel Paradise. It's clobbering time! Yesterday's loss at Dallas don't really matter. If the Steelers win out, they make the playoffs. They got 2 home games. They play 2 division foes. That's all they got to do. Beat Cincinnati and Cleveland. They won't. There's no chance of that happening. But that's all they got to do. 412-333-9939 is the number to call. You can email the show supergenius@wxdx.com. We got so much to talk about today. The playmakers on D disappeared again. Some people seem to think the D played well, but it allowed 415 yards. It allowed 24 points in regulation. Only 1 sack. Only 1 takeaway. It pains me to say this, but James Harrison, Troy Polamalu, even Lamar Woodley, they might be all done. They're doing nothing. They're invisible. Woodley's only 28, but he's already a non-factor. Harrison makes the occasional good play. Polamalu is just so far away from the ball. Hard decisions got to be made after this campaign. The Steelers and their struggles, losing to bad teams, it's not a fluke. This is a downward spiral by the entire franchise. And making me all the more dumbstruck by what's happening is that the one guy who could make this team play above its talent level, who could bail them out of bad situations, is Ben Roethlisberger, and he's being dumbed down by management. Now, I'm not absolving Ben of blame on the Dallas pickoff that ultimately decided the game. And Brandon Carr made a pretty good play there too. But you look at what Ben did. The triple pump TD to Heath Miller, the 60-yard bomb to Mike Wallace and set up Jonathan Dwyer's touchdown. Ben was the only reason the Steelers were in that game. Antonio Brown, on the other hand, sucked. Sucked in every which way you can suck. He redefined the word sucking on a moment-by-moment basis in the fourth quarter. How did AB suck? Well, let me count the ways. He drops the ball on the punt return. He don't do that, the Steelers win, period. That game's done and dusted. All he has to do is hold on. On a subsequent punt, he chickened out of catching the ball. Wasn't because he didn't want hit. It was because he didn't want to risk fumbling again. So he lined up 90 yards away from the ball. It landed in front of him. It bounced. Steelers got screwed on field position. And then late in the game, AB's not thinking, and we should get used to that because he never really does. AB's not thinking, and he runs out of bounds with the ball as the Steelers are nearing a punting situation, thus giving Dallas more time on the clock when they do get the rock. Now, no harm done in that instance. Dallas didn't score. They had to go to overtime to win it, but these receivers, the Young Money brothers, to me, they're the Young Money punks. And Antonio Brown, his nickname should be ATM, Atrocious Turnover Machine. 412-333-9939. Today's Cayman Jack Daily survey on the Mark Madden page at WXDX.com is, who's the GOAT, Roethlisberger or Brown? Vote now on WXDX.com.